Good morning this Thursday, the 2nd of February. I'm Grady Wool for Market Analyst with Bell Direct. Well, the Federal Reserve in the US has raised the US cash rate by 25 basis points as the market expected at the conclusion of the FOMC meeting overnight. The Fed has now eased rate hikes for a second straight month for the cash rate in the US to sit between 4.5% to 4.75%, but has said it will need to continue raising rates in order to reach a stance of monetary policy that is sufficient to return inflation to the target 2%. Recent favourable economic data, including lower consumer spending and slowing economic growth in the US, were contributing factors to the Fed's rate hike decision. US markets rebounded in the afternoon trade to close the day higher as the Fed pulled back its pace of rate hikes. The Nasdaq rose 2%, boosted by gains in chipmakers on the back of strong earnings out of advanced micro devices. The S&P 500 reversed an earlier loss to close the day up 1.05%, and the Dow Jones rose 0.02% at the closing bell. European markets closed mixed on Wednesday as investors awaited the Fed's latest interest rate decision, which was released after the closing bell in Europe. Germany's DAX added 0.35%, while the French CAC fell 0.07%, and in the UK the FTSE 100 fell 0.014%. Investors expected the 25 basis point rate hike announced by the Fed overnight, however, will continue to monitor commentary around the decision to gain any insight into what other central banks around the world might do at their respective rate hike meetings over the coming days. On the economic calendar today, the Bank of England's latest interest rate decision will be announced later tonight, with the market expecting a 50 basis point rise to 4%. The SPI futures are expecting the local market here in Australia to open 0.31% higher, buoyed by that strong session on Wall Street overnight. On the commodities front, oil is trading 2.41% lower at $76.97 a barrel. Gold is up 1.02% at $1,947 an ounce, and iron ore is down 0.77% at $129 a tonne. The Australian dollar is buying 71 US cents, 91.83 Japanese yen, 57.01 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 10 cents. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration this Thursday. Bell Potter has upgraded its rating and price target on Gold Road Resources to a buy rating and a price target of $1.95, following the release of the company's fourth quarter results, including a revaluation of the company's listed investments. The company's 50% owned Gruyere mine is beginning to yield increasing cash flow and earnings as production expands to greater than 350,000 ounces per annum. Gold Road Resources also has a 19.99% stake in De Grey Mining, owner of the Molina Gold Project, where 8.5 million ounces of gold have been delineated at the Tier 1 Hemi Mining Centre. And Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on the Lottery Corp following the formation of a pattern over a period of 12 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $4.86 to the range of $5.12 to $5.20, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for today. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Happy investing.